Hey there, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. Welcome to the full moon video for you. This full moon is happening at 7:40 a.m. Eastern Time Zone in the U.S., but it depends on where you are in the world. That card of destiny was like flipped up, so we'll just see. Depends on where you are in the world. So it could be any time on the 7th or the 8th. You should check in the description box below where I put a time zone calculator, because it's always important to know where in your chart it is. So this full moon is always a completion, a major completion, sort of like getting to the world card, and you have the world card that came out here, which is really interesting. So having that little sneak peek of destiny in the world, it is a major conclusion that needed to happen for you that will allow you to begin again. And I can see this really setting you up. This is setting you up because the next moon phase that we have is a new moon in your sign, and then that's followed by another new moon eclipse a month later, also in your sign. And so it is a major ending, and Saturn is moving into Pisces, which is, you know, this restructuring around our dreams and our ideas and our goals that is happening at the same time as this full moon. So the full moon in Pisces at 16 degrees and 40 minutes was seated at like 14 degrees as a new moon September 7th of 2021. So think back. What were you focusing on then, right? What was important? So it was in Virgo. Virgo energy is always about spiritual growth and development. Saturn's going to help with that. It's about things of the body. It is about your day-to-day work-life balance. That moon is, and was when it was new, and currently as a full moon is in trine with Uranus and Taurus. The Uranus and Taurus, due to retrogrades, has only moved about 2 degrees. It was also retrograde, also in trine with Pluto up in Capricorn. So the earth sign is really coming through around things of finance and structure and how you want to build things. And again, Pluto's only moved like 4 degrees. And so they're definitely supporting this energy still of development in these areas for you. So we're going to take a look at what have you learned? What have you learned over the course of the past year and a half or so? And then how do you, at the completion of this cycle, what are your next steps? What are you going to level up into? What direction are you going to move toward? Wow, holy crap. Okay, so with the eclipse that is moving into your sign, right? The North Node is getting ready to move into your sign. And so you have this big shift and change and power of energy that is moving forward. And so, wow, this is so powerful. Okay, so the 16-degree point is a harvesting point. And so what were you supposed to have figured out? You have here the fire prince, optimism versus aggression. Optimism versus aggression. So how to take action appropriately. When to be optimistic and stride forward on something, and how much is too much. These are the lessons of the Fire Prince. The Fire Prince is very much like a Knight of Wands energy. So it's very action oriented. What do you want to take action on? But when is it appropriate to be aggressive? And when do you need to pull back a little? And so that is the knowledge and the wisdom that was gained. And you may have learned to take action, take action, take action. And now you're in this position where it's time to start considering how to bring that more into a balance, right? Because the North Node is moving into your sign. So what are you going to take care of? Where are you moving? But everything that you're moving forward means you have to leave something behind, South Node being in Libra. And so it's the me, Aries energy, versus the we of Libra energy. And so when do you put yourself first, and how do you make these changes where it brings everything back into balance for you? Like, where have you given yourself away, almost feels like. So here, the card of next places to go, you have the number 11, which is like a justice card, right? But it says the balancing act, again, like a justice card. And I don't know if I can show you the light here. I'm so sorry about the lighting. It is another dark and gray day. All right, so it's really hard to see, so I'm going to have to explain it. She's standing there on the precipice of change, is what it feels like. And there's a string that goes across, And on the string, on a rolling ball, but it's a ring, is a ship. So it's like your ship coming in. But and the ship has got all these little hearts falling off of it. But she's got to bring it in balance, right? This thing is rolling along. And so how much is too much? How much is too much energy to draw and attract it to you? And how much is going to too much and it's going to topple off? So again, it's that energy, and you have the metamorphosis here. You have the metamorphosis of the flamingos and the butterflies. And both of these are very interesting. So the metamorphosis of a butterfly, you may have heard, is it's not the caterpillar just goes into the cocoon and, you know, takes a nap and then comes out a butterfly. It actually completely breaks apart. It deconstructs to reconstruct. Okay, so Pluto is getting ready to move into Aquarius, which is energy that is going to support you through the energy of choice and decision. What do you want to deconstruct in order to reconstruct, right? And so air feeds fire. Aquarius is air energy, your fire energy. And so you have this opportunity over the next cycle here to figure out what do you want to level up into, right? Where are you willing to deconstruct? How much energy do you want to put into it in order to reconstruct to become these butterflies and then flamingos? So flamingos, they don't, learning how to fly, it takes them a long time. They have to walk. They have to make a long, arduous journey back to the oasis in order to feed and to propagate and then to learn to fly. And so it is a long journey of change. And the more pink they are, is the more shellfish they eat. And so what you consume matters on how much you shine. So if you are consuming lower energy things that are not very nutrient dense, this could be very literal around food, or it could be very metaphorical around news and information that you take in. Are you learning and growing? Are you paying attention to things that elevate your spirit and your light, right? And so where are you looking to change? And it is a balancing act. How much is too much? How much is not enough? And so the next level in the stage here is to take all that optimism and that passion. Now Mars squares this full moon. It opposed the full moon and the new moon, but now it's squaring it. And it is encouraging you to make choices and changes. That is what it's doing. It's like, hey, things can't stay like that. It's kind of like, wow, you have a lot of cards here. It's kind of like a wishbone. It's pulling things apart. And so, again, there's like a deconstruction in order to reconstruct. And there's victory on one side, right? The larger part of the wishbone versus the smaller part of the wishbone. Wow, you have so much. Okay, so... wow. Okay, look, I told you here that there were a little off of this little ship, like she's bringing her ship in. It's got all these little hearts coming off, and you have epic love and seek balance. Oh my God, you cannot make this stuff up. This is totally this card right here. If you are looking for an epic love, you need to be seeking balance in your life. Because when we, the me versus we can't give ourselves completely away, because then we attract this very aggressive energy that takes and takes and takes, right? It burns all the fuel up of our own energetic cycles, and it takes everything away from us. So so there needs to be a way for you to, they're saying, bank the fire. So they're showing me, okay, so you have a campfire and you don't want to in the morning have to start it all over again because the wood will be damp from the dew and everything. So you do want the fire to burn all night, but you don't want a roaring fire, right? And so you kind of push the ashes up a little and you keep the embers warm and you feed a little bit into it, and you may have to get up in the middle of the night and stir it up a little. But it is this energy around maintaining things in a way that produces the warmth and the light, so that when you throw the fresh firewood on the morning, it explodes into all this fresh energy. And so how do you do this, right? How much is too much, right? There's that energy. So seek the balance. So if you're looking for an epic love, first off, seek the balance in yourself. And again, these two little flamingos are nose to nose and heart to heart, and they're creating a little a little heart sign between them. And so this is the changes that you make, draw and attract to you equally energy, right? So as you're growing and you're manifesting and you're learning how to take care of yourself in balance, you're going to draw and attract somebody that knows how to take care of themselves in balance. And that we versus me becomes more into balance, and it can produce this epic love. So with this also has the card, look for messages. This feels like look for signs and signals. So I want to say trust your intuition. When you're in a situation that's starting to feel familiar, back to something that was not conducive to your own soul growth and made you feel less than, then trust what the messages that you are receiving. Wow. Also, let's not say it's not about love. Let's say it's about something else. Like you're looking for the perfect job or the perfect place to live or the perfect puppy to have or whatever it is. Whatever this epic love. If epic love is when we love ourselves, first off, right? This could be you falling in love with yourself in the mirror. And so it doesn't necessarily mean that it's about anybody else, right? Because with the North Node moving into Aries, it really is about Aries energy of putting ourselves first. But in doing that, what balances us out is always across the zodiac, and that's the we. And so it can't be only about me, and it can't be only about the we. In the middle is where you want to find the balance, right? It's like the fulcrum on a teeter-totter, right? The middle is the part that's balanced, because the other side goes up or down. And it also is a reminder that sometimes you got to give more to yourself and sometimes you have to give more to the others, but that's how you bring things back into balance. And balance isn't actually a thing that ever happens. It's balancing, right? It's a constant movement. And it's like producing this constant movement. Okay, so say you're on a ship and the ship's out to sea, you are constantly adjusting the way you are putting your weight with the energy of the waves that are rolling, and you may not even know that you're doing it. It's just this constant balancing, bringing things into harmony, right? And we have the energy this year of the 7. And that is the energy of Cancer, which is the energy of harmony and balance. And so again, it's the yin and the yang. What you put into things, are you getting it back out? And where have you not been putting in enough, and where have you been putting in too much? And finding that balancing act for you, especially with Saturn moving into Pisces. And Pisces is all about it's the act of giving it's healing energy that we pour out into the world, and the Virgo energy is the energy of service and taking actions to support others. And so there's this balance again. How much is too much? How can we keep everything into balance and keep it healing? You have you have the power, and magical things await you. You have the power, and magical things await you. Your metamorphosis, your ability to start in the direction you want to go, to manifest, to create, to level up to the next thing, that's all within you. And the North Node moving into your sign, it feels like the universe is totally supporting. And right now, we've got Jupiter and Venus hanging out in your sign. Jupiter and Venus, the two benefics. You do have the power. I was outside the other night. I was taking the garbage out. I turned around and was like, whoa. Because we've had like stormy gray, whatever, forever. But we had a clear night, and I could see Venus and Jupiter over there in Aries. They were like this close together, it looked like to me, right? They're like they were having a conversation, and they're just like trying to bring in the gifts to you. And even though during this, they're still within the 10 degrees right now, so they're still conjunct at this time. It's beautiful energy for you at this. So I want to say look for the messages. In your heart, they may be actually written. You may have opportunities that come to you in the form of an email or something. Sometimes that might be something you hear, set you off thinking, like here's an idea. But really, with Pallas Athena in Capricorn right now, she's trining this full moon, but she's squaring your sign, and she's wisdom. And so that's that wisdom and that knowledge of the hermit, of that Virgo energy. I feel like there are messages coming through from deep within you. You have nurture your friendships, nurture your relationships. It's kind of like 3 of Cups energy here. So again, the me versus we. How much is too much and how much is enough? And so giving in balance to draw and attract to you what it is that you want, not giving yourself away. So you have here, I sail through life on calm, nurturing waters. That's that balancing act. Oh my gosh, I really hate that I can't show this to you in a way that you, oh, there you go. That you can see how beautiful this card is. God, there we go. You can draw and attract to you everything that you want. You really can. So, sodalite. I sail through life on calm, nurturing waters. I'm at peace with myself and the world around me. How much is enough and how much is too much? That's going to be the big lesson that you're going to continue to evolve on. Release anger and increase harmony. Reduce the inflammation. So if you have inflammation in your body, using some sodalite, working with that will help to reduce that. Improve inner knowledge and calm, increase mental clarity and emotional balance. And then here you have floralite, which is I am smart. I am open to learning something new. I am organized. Well, there's Virgo energy for you. I am smart. I am opening to learning something new. I am organized. Clear thinking. Release mind clutter. Maintain courage and self-confidence. Recognize your own intelligence and ease with problem solving. You're just moving into this beautiful opportunity to grow and expand. And so this full moon is really a major completion for you as you get ready to set up for the North Node moving into your sign. And the key to success moving forward here is really keeping everything in balance, putting enough energy in, but not too much to get things kind of like just flowing right to you. Kind of exciting energy. All right, Aries, you guys take great care, and I'll talk to you soon.